Hi everyone, my name is Brittany Smallwood and my team member Chanel McNamee and I will be discussing supply chain complications in 2020, how grocery delivery services manage it in the COVID-19 pandemic. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, the traditional model of grocery shopping has been put aside. Many stores are now modifying their operations to include delivery services. While at the moment this is considered new territory, there is a possibility that this change will remain even after things have returned to normal. The motivation of this research is to explore supply chain complications arising from this change in business. The purpose of this research is to analyze the changes being made to the grocery industry due to COVID-19, as well as the challenges in managing their supply chain due to the fluctuation in demand from both new and old customers. Our research questions are: what old challenges resurface when customers switch from in-store to online grocery shopping? Is shopping online for groceries more beneficial? And what are the different grocery delivery models? Delivery services had been a convenience provided by only a few grocery stores. However, what was then deemed a favorable option utilized by a fragment of the industry is now a necessity to increase a sense of safety in consumers and employees. Instacart, being among the most popular online grocery delivery companies, saw their customer order volume go up by more than 300%. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced other businesses to adapt to the dynamic business environment. Before the implementation of delivery services, grocery stores were struggling to stay afloat due to issues such as consumer panic buying. Now, businesses are regaining some sense of control of inventory while increasing the safety of customers and employees. This new innovative service is appropriate, but does has its limitation and challenges. Due to the coronavirus, many are willing to risk receiving bad produce or the wrong groceries in exchange for convenience. More than half of Americans said the main benefit of grocery delivery services is that it saves time and makes them feel safer. However, when grocery stores implemented truck delivery, they still face the issue of the driver or the customer becoming infected. With that observation, stores are now introducing robots and drones into the supply chain, further limiting employee customer contact. Robot implementation reduces staff and causing job polarization. The competitive advantage of autonomous delivery robots as compared to other delivery models is less than €1 per delivery, which tells companies that having robots is more cost efficient as opposed to humans. There's also a lot of focus on the other forms of technology due to COVID-19. By introducing e-grocery, businesses disrupt the supply chain by shifting more focus on technology and online platforms as opposed to manual in-house labor. Instacart, being among the most popular grocery store delivery, is forcing businesses to recognize the importance of their online presence. They continue to innovate through this COVID RD by launching new features to their apps, such as fast and flexible and order ahead, giving more flexibility to customers and decreasing delivery time. The order ahead features aids in mitigating the challenges other customers face by panic buying. With the Instacart being such a great competitor, grocery stores must now decide to make an even bigger change in supply chain. Will they use a cash and carry delivery system or decide to compete with Instacart by carrying out their own deliveries? With that being said, I'll now hand over to Chanel to speak on our theoretical framework.
Hi. Okay, so the theoretical framework essentially is that with supermarkets, they have their own website and their own delivery system, so they can either use this to essentially set up where they can use their own website, like I said, their own website and their own delivery system to take care of their groceries and their needs delivered to the customer, or they can use websites such as Postmates and Instacart as intermediaries to deliver to the customers, and that essentially is cash and carry. So the first case study, excuse me, the first case study we're going to talk about is Walmart, where Walmart implemented both their in-house and cash and carry system, because Walmart online sales actually increased by 74% during the coronavirus pandemic. And Walmart has an in-house delivery system where they have their own website and their own delivery system where they do use to take care of the grocery system to deliver to customers. However, Walmart have a 1 to 2 day delivery system where they saw that Instacart offers a 1 to 2 hour delivery time. And they saw that they saw that that wasn't good enough. Their 1 to 2 day delivery system wasn't good enough. So they partnered with Instacart to um, get more clientele, to keep the clientele that they do have. So they do have both 1 to 2 day and 1 2 hours. So they have the cash and carry and in-house delivery system. And the second case study that we're going to talk about, move this over here for a bit, is DC has its own share of local grocery delivery systems that uses its own carriers and partner with local farmers. And so we're going to talk about Mercado and Fresh Direct. So right now, DC, as I mentioned before, they have their own local delivery grocery stores. However, it tends to be small, where there's a lot of bigger grocery stores, Giant, Harris Teeter, Whole Foods, and Target. And those grocery stores tend to be bigger and have more space. But these smaller grocery stores tend to be smaller. And with the coronavirus pandemic, 6 feet, that doesn't that doesn't bring a lot of comfort to customers. The smaller space is not good enough. And so with Mercado, they offer their own these grocery stores, actually 15 websites or 15 grocery stores partner with Mercado to uh, deliver their own groceries with this website. So with Mercado, they didn't really specify which intermediaries are used. However, these 15 grocery stores that are on this website offer either pickup or to use their own intermediaries that are used on Mercado. And Fresh Direct offers 2 hour delivery services. However, they're not competing against Instacart. They know for a fact, it's a bit more price. It's pricier to compete with Instacart. However, they know for a fact that 2 hours is the best that they can do. And so conclusion, as noted, time saving is one of the things that's been mentioned. One of the reasons why people shop online, and we predict that it will stay after the COVID situation. So grocery stores need to upkeep and maintain their online and offline presence. So just because people are shopping online, that doesn't mean that you should neglect your in-store presence. And just because people are shopping in stores doesn't mean you should neglect your online presence. So that means upkeeping the company website, making sure that everything flows correctly, making sure that maintenance isn't done at a time when people need to be shopping online, making sure that maintenance is done like off peak hours. Investments in investments and innovations are growing rapidly in online investments in online delivery business. Online grocery is not new. It's been around for a while, but because of the COVID pandemic, it has been getting more attention. And grocery stores must decide whether to use intermediaries in their supply chain delivery system. Just as Walmart figured, they could not compete against Instacart's 1 to 2 hour delivery system, they did partner with them. So I predict and we predict that it will be like Postmate might compete or might offer a partnership with another grocery store. We don't know yet, but that could be a possibility. And managerial implications, management will have to invest in appropriate infrastructure, like the web portals. A lot of these grocery stores will have to invest in more web portals. So less labor required. So management will have to lay off more people. With the COVID pandemic, you cannot have a lot of workers in stores. So a lot of people will potentially be laid off. A lot of departments will see less people in their areas, and adaptation of specific skills in the workplace. So technical skills, technical knowledge, like how to use the portal, if there's robots or any kind of more along those fields, you need people to work those robots or whatever it is that comes with those new investments. You'll need people to understand those specific information and specific technologies. And limitations. Customer no longer prioritize local food supply chains. Farmers markets are a thing in the past. People do not want to be in close proximity of others anymore. Um, so I don't believe people will want to shop locally like that anymore, especially in those kind of incentives. It's expensive to invest in the needed technologies. As mentioned before, the drones and the robots, it is very expensive. So I believe investors might come in and try to offer incentives. Long delivery times might cause insufficient home delivery. As mentioned before, Walmart saw that a 1 to 2 day delivery was not effective enough, so they did have to partner with Instacart to offer the 1 to 2 hour delivery. And this is our work cited, and we would like to thank you for listening.